Hopefully you've got your mind right. You've made a choice on what type of player you want to be today. You decide the passion, the energy, the level of execution, the physical and mental toughness you display. It is your choice. Today is a test of our character. It's a test of our culture. Some of you have been around here a long time. A lot of pain, a lot of sorrow, man. You make the choice how good you want to be. Did it! Outside arm! Outside arm! I want it for you. The only way we get that done is you go really hard. Every day, I don't care how many games you win, how many you stay humble, you stay hungry, you keep getting better every day. Okay, that's what really good players do and good teams do. How about those knives?
Progress. It shows up in different ways. Progress isn't always displayed on the scoreboard, nor is it always pretty. Progress is shown in the weight room, at practice,
Just get down, difference him, and then find the football.
even in the classroom. And whether it's a Rembrandt or not, there's no question the Scarlet Knights are progressing and doing so with pride. On this installment of Our Football with Chris Ash, we sit down with fifth-year senior Saquon Hampton and learn about his experiences on the bank.
It's meant a lot to me. It's developed me both on the field and off the field. I feel like I've developed as a man thanks to the coaches that I've had the opportunity to be with.
We recap a rugged Big Ten clash against Wisconsin.
Yeah, it's really important for us just to be focused on ourselves and continue to work, to continue to improve. And how do you do that? If you had pride in your performance and your preparation, you're going to improve.
We sit down with electrifying running back Raheem Blackshear and get the inside scoop on life in Piscataway.
Coming to Rutgers was really feel like home. I stay close to home, being in Philadelphia, Jersey, and Philly. It's kind of really next to each other, so I just wanted to be close to home.
Plus, we preview the upcoming Big Ten home game against Michigan.
They're scoring a lot of points, so it's going to be a tremendous challenge, but a great opportunity for us.
It's all coming up on this episode of Our Football with Chris Ash. A heck of a battle on the road. Hi, everybody. I'm Bruce Beck, along with the coach. Welcome to Our Football with Chris Ash. You know, Chris, I look back on this ball game against Wisconsin, +2 in the turnover battle, 333 total yards for the Scarlet Knights. That's progress, isn't it?
Yeah, there were a lot of things that we could take from this game. We definitely improved. It's real, it's tangible, it shows up on film. Not clean enough in a lot of areas, but we're a lot better in some areas that are really important to our football team. We took care of the football. Like you mentioned, we didn't give up any sacks. We were better on third down. We scored 2 touchdowns in the red zone. Those are all positive things for us to take.
Progress, improvement, and pride. Those are words that you take seriously around here.
Yeah, it's really important for us just to be focused on ourselves and continue to work, to continue to improve. And how do you do that? If you had pride in your performance and your preparation, you're going to improve.
Let's talk about the quarterback, Art Sitkowski, because the quarterback gets a lot of blame, not only here, but everywhere. And here was a ball game, no interceptions. He threw for 261 yards, and he took a lot of hits and showed his durability and toughness.
Yeah, he did. He got hit several times. No official sacks because he was able to get rid of the ball. But he did a great job. He stood in there. He delivered the ball, some really good balls in certain situations. Raheem Blackshear did a great job in that second half with some of the balls that he caught to break tackles and make some people miss and get that extra yard. So with the combination of those two, and in the second half, the protection was a lot better up front, so Art had more time.
Finds Blackshear, who breaks free.
What position does Raheem Blackshear play?
Whatever one he wants to.
Is the key just putting it in his hands?
That's really been the idea. Since we've recruited him, that's what we envisioned him doing. He's a multi-talented individual. He can be at receiver, he can be at running back, we can motion him in, we can motion him out. That's what we want to be able to do with him. And finally, he's starting to learn more and more about multiple positions, and we can do that with him.
Is he electrifying in the open field when he's got a little space?
He's hard to bring down, there's no doubt about it. And to score points and to get some explosive plays on offense, you need those types of plays.
Blackshear with the catch, and it's a touchdown.
Travis Vokalek. He makes catches for a guy who's a tight end. I know that there's been a little bit of criticism on him as a blocker. I think that will come, but his ability to catch the football is definitely something that's there.
Yeah, Travis has really improved. He's bigger, he's stronger. You talk about pride, he has a lot of pride in his performance, and he knows his strengths and his weaknesses. He is a lot better receiving tight end right now. He is getting better as a blocking tight end. He works on it every single day. The improvements are showing up on film. He blocked Saturday probably as good as he has, but he's becoming a better route runner, and he's a big target. He's got good hands.
On the roll again, third time he's rolled out to throw, floating this one for his tight end, and it's intercepted. Saquon Hampton with his first pick of the year.
Saquon Hampton was a one-man wrecking crew in this football game. Not only did he have 2 interceptions, but he was everywhere. He was omnipresent.
He was. The interceptions that he made, I thought, were outstanding plays. You know, there's some that, you know, maybe get tipped or they're gimmies right to you. He actually had to go make some really good plays, and they were timely. We needed him in those situations, and he had some really key pass breakups also in that game.
When you think about your defense, in the first half especially, there was some bending, but you didn't break. And I think that was a key. You got some effort from your guys, and you played ferocious football in that first half, even in long drive situations.
Yeah, that's a very good football team. That's a big offensive line, and the running back's a very good running back. Their tight ends can block well. They like to sit in condensed formations that make it challenging to get another defender in the box. So when you put all that together, it's a tough matchup, but I thought our guys, especially up front, really battled. Really played together. They made some key stops that got us out of long drives, but it wasn't necessarily what we wanted, a bend but don't break, but that's the way it worked out, and we'll take it any way we can.
Let's give Trevor Morris some due here. 10 tackles in the game, 300 now for his career, just the 11th player in Rutgers history to do so. That shows longevity, it shows durability, and it shows a lot of pride.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. We talk about durability is just as important as ability, and Trevor really does a great job. He's learned how to take care of his body. Right now, today, for a linebacker, at this point of the season, he probably feels as good as he has because he's learned how to take care of his body, and he's playing exceptionally well.
You were 9 for 19 on third downs. Early in the year, you couldn't do that. What about the progress in that regard?
It's huge, and it's very, very important for us to continue to improve in that area. Just a few weeks ago, we had been probably 2 of 19, or 3 of 19, and to be able to get up to 9 of 19 speaks volumes about our improvement, and we need to be able to do that to extend drives.
Look, I know Ash never believes in a moral victory, but after the game, you said, we're getting better. We're not where we want to be fast enough. Doesn't that mean you have to be a little more patient than you are?
Well, I mean, it's the process, and the only thing we can do is we got a certain amount of hours in a day that we can go work, and we've got to maximize them, and we've got to reach our full potential within that time, and we just got to keep working. This is where we're at, this is how we work, and this is what we're doing, and it's showing up, and we're getting better.
You're definitely playing better football, and I think that there's some energy out there that wasn't out there maybe earlier on.
Yeah, I mean, that's been a big focus for us to get our players to really enjoy what they do and who they do it with. To be a really good football team, you have to have energy and enthusiasm. You got to play for a bigger cause than yourself, and it's for each other. That's really what we're trying to build here, and that's what we really emphasize here as of late.
More on Raheem Blackshear coming up, considering he had 200 yards of total offense. We'll get to that in a moment as Our Football with Chris Ash continues.
Raheem Blackshear, running back, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, sophomore.
Sitkowski out of the gun on 3rd and short. He's got Blackshear in the flat. He pivots. What a move down the far sideline. Give him 17.
I started football at a young age. I actually started younger than I was supposed to. I started at the age of 4. I was playing on my older brother's team when he was like 6 and 7. Yes, football always been a part of my family. I always was driven by it. My family played. My father was a Temple player, so I was just continuing with everything going on.
And on 4th down. Sitkowski throws. Blackshear with the catch, and it's a touchdown.
Coming to Rutgers was really feel like home. I stay close to home, being in Philadelphia, Jersey, and Philly. It's kind of really next to each other, so I just wanted to be close to home. Coach Ash is a great coach, a great guy. He's like a mentor to everybody. He's like a father. I love everything Coach Ash do. He stand up behind his word.
He's a dynamic player. He's a great one-cut runner. He understands leverage and entry points of a defender, knows when to freeze him and create space. He knows when to slash him and cut it back, as the terms that we use. And he's just got a great feel for it, and he really enjoys it. Oh, he's a pleasure to coach. He just loves football. He loves to practice. He practices with great energy, great focus, and goes out there to compete every day. It's great. I mean, I just love everything about him. He's a good citizen. He's a good teammate. He's a good student. He's a good football player. He's got speed. And even more so, he's got great change of direction. He wants the ball. He wants to compete. He wants to help the football team any way he can. He'd love to be the kick returner, the punt returner, the slot receiver, the running back. He wants to do it all.
They just made this transition for me feel very comfortable. Just being knowing me, telling me to keep my composure with everything. Just trust the process.
The running back, Hornibrook to throw on 1st down with a straight drop, looking to the sideline, picked off by Saquon Hampton for the 2nd time today.
Our football with Chris Ash continues with Saquon Hampton, who had an unbelievable game against Wisconsin with 2 interceptions, 10 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and 2 passes broken up. What about that ball game? Have you ever had a game like that?
No, I can't think today, not even in high school, that I had a game like I did this past weekend.
What was it about Wisconsin? Because you look at the size of that offensive line, and you know the ferociousness of their offense. How were you able to make some big plays?
Just film study allowed me to just be out there and be aware of what's going to come at me throughout the course of the game, and it allowed me to make some plays. How
important is that preparation in your mind?
I think it's very important because of the league that we play in this conference. You need to be able to have some awareness out there when you're on the field in order for you to be out there and make plays for your team.
36 games for the Scarlet Knights. Do you realize that it's been a long journey and that this is the end of the journey?
Yeah, it's crazy. It flew by so fast. When I first came here, I remember the older guys telling me it was going to go by with a snap of the finger, and here I am now.
Saquon, what has Rutgers meant to you in terms of your development as a person?
It's meant a lot to me. It's developed me both on the field and off the field. I feel like I've developed as a man thanks to the coaches that I've had the opportunity to be with.
When you say that there are lessons that you can take with you, in what regard? What's meaningful to you in terms of the way you handle yourself, your comportment, your attitude, things like that?
Just how to prepare and how to persevere through hard times. I think those are the biggest things that I've learned since I've been here, and I think those things will carry with me through the rest of my life.
What has it been like to be part of the Scarlet Knights program?
It's been great. I love it here, and it's the opportunity that I have here. My family comes out here to watch the games. That just means a lot to me throughout the course of my career. It was a good opportunity to have that.
Think about the growth that the team has made the last couple of weeks against Northwestern and against Wisconsin. How would you put that in terms that we can understand?
Just the team. We never lose fight. Each and every day we come out here, we work hard, and we prepare. And it allows us to have the opportunity to win games, and we haven't gotten that done, but there is improvement out there.
What's your message to some of the younger guys in terms of dealing with adversity, and how do you get through it?
Just in terms of dealing with adversity, I tell the younger guys all the time that there's going to be good times, there's going to be bad times. You just got to keep your head up and keep pushing through, because eventually, once that's all over with, everything will come to light.
Play action, Hornibrook on the roll again. 3rd time he's rolled out to throw, floating this one for his tight end, and it's intercepted. Saquon Hampton with his first pick of the year.
When you've got young guys back there like Avery Young and Damon Hayes, and you're talking to them about fundamentals of the game, first of all. What's your message to them in that regard?
Well, the position we play in terms of like fundamentals, you're going to make mistakes and there's going to be ups and downs. So the position we play, you got to be able to bounce back. And that's the biggest message I tell those guys all the time, because being young out there and make mistakes, you just got to be able to bounce back from it.
What's your advice to these guys in terms of balancing academics and athletics?
That's a task that is very difficult.
It's a challenge, right?
Yeah, it was a difficult task for me, and I just had to get more tutoring and just be able to help academically. My advisors helped me out.
But do you think that the work ethic and the discipline that you use on the football field and in the classroom for football has helped you with your classroom work with the academic side?
Oh yeah, one thing that coaches have told me since I've been here, that if you work hard in the classroom, you'll work hard on the field as well. So working hard in the classroom, it just leads to you working hard on the field and allows you to have success.
145 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 4 interceptions during your career. Do you think you've made the most of it?
I don't think I've made the most of it.
You could have done more statistically?
I feel like I could have, just being hurt for the past 2 seasons. I missed a significant amount of games, so I feel like the opportunity to do more was there, but this is God's plan and sticking with it.
When you think of your role as safety, how much do you think you're better in coverage than you are as far as coming up and making the hit, or do you think you do both well?
I think you got to be able to balance, especially in the defensive scheme that we play. You got to play a lot of man coverage, and you got to be physical in the run game as well.
Saquon, this weekend you've got Michigan coming to town. It's part of this Big Ten conference. Every week is a challenge. Have you enjoyed that aspect?
Oh yeah, you got to love going out there and competing against one of the best teams in the country. It's just what you dream to do.
But it's every week. You know that you never can take a break, never can take a week off. Is that something that drives you even more?
Oh yeah, definitely. Each and every week, you know you got a good component coming in with this conference. You're going to have a good team to play each and every week, and you got to embrace the challenge.
You're a New Jersey guy who stayed home. Do you want other New Jerseyans to follow in your footsteps?
Definitely. The opportunity's here. You're playing in one of the best conferences, if not the best conference in the country, and you have the opportunity to showcase yourself here in your home state in front of your family and friends.
Have you taken advantage of the fact that you're close to New York, you're close to Philly, you're near major marketplaces?
Yes, definitely have taken advantage of it. On my free time, go out there and just enjoy the scenery and just enjoy what we have around us.
So what would you like to say to Rutgers fans as far as the future is concerned? What do you think the future is for the Scarlet Knights program? I
think the future is bright. I think we got a lot of young guys right now that are bought in, and they come to work each and every day. And I see it. Being an older guy, I see the younger guys. They don't hang their heads. They keep fighting, and I think that the culture that is built here is going to allow us to have success.
Saquon, you're a labor and employment relations major. What would you like to do as far as your career is concerned?
When the game's over, I love football, so I want to be able to stay around the game and coach and continue to develop myself mentally.
So Saquon, what would you like to tell the people out there about you that we don't really know?
That my name's spelled with an A at the end, not an O. And Saquon, I know a lot of people, they spell it with an O, but it's with an A.
All right, but I'm still allowed to call you Saquon.
Yes.
And I can still say you played a heck of a game against Wisconsin.
Yes, sir.
Have a great season, the rest of it.
Thank you.
And a good career following that.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much. Thanks for having me.
Saquon Hampton, remember, spell his name with a
A
at the end. We'll take a break. More Art Football with Chris Ash coming up. This segment of the show is sponsored by RWJ Barnabas Health.
Hi, I'm Dr. Yvette Rooks, Chief Medical Officer for Robert Wood Johnson Barnabas Health, Sports Medicine. Why is water important in the winter? Well, water is important all year round. You need water for good cell function, for good hair growth, and to feel well overall. So don't forget about your water in the winter.
The R Play of the Game is sponsored by NISSAN, Intelligent Mobility. Well, the intelligent play of the week was an intelligent defensive play by Saquon Hampton, his second interception in the ball game.
Yeah, it was a big play, a big moment in the game. Also set our offense up in really good field position for an opportunity to get points. Unfortunately, we didn't, but it was a great individual play by Saquon. The number 2 receiver is running deep down the field, took a deep out cut. He has been hurt on that earlier in the year. He just saw the release of the receiver, and he did a great job of jumping the guy, undercut him, got 2 hands on the ball. Almost had an opportunity to take it back for 6. He stumbled up as he caught the ball. I thought it was going to go, but it was just a great individual play by Saquon. Set us up with great field position.
Is it intuition by that young man that allows him to make plays like that?
That and film study. You know, he did a great job of studying film on Wisconsin. He knew what they did out of certain sets. He knew what certain splits told him and certain releases, how it was going to dictate the route that they were going to run, and he just played it.
So this one definitely qualifies as intelligent, right, Coach?
Yeah, absolutely. Very intelligent play, just by recognizing the set, looking at the release, and then play.
This game preview is sponsored by highpoint.com. Saturday, Rutgers, Michigan, here at highpoint.com Stadium. Coach, this is a team that comes in playing the best football in the Big Ten Conference. What about the challenge?
Probably one of the best in the country, to be honest with you. They're playing with a lot of confidence right now. They've got really good players that have been playing a lot of football together. When you look at them, it's a veteran football team. They're really playing well in all 3 phases. You know, defensively, they're leading the league and the country in a lot of defensive categories. And they play fast, they're physical. Offensively, with Shea Patterson in the mix, I think their whole offense has improved and they're scoring a lot of points. So it's going to be a tremendous challenge, but a great opportunity for us.
They come off a big victory over Penn State, 42-7. You look at their rushing attack with Higdon, and then Patterson's better as a quarterback now than he was early in the year. So how do you prepare for an offense that can do multiple things?
Yeah, it's a challenge because they can beat you in the pass game. They can beat you with the tailback running the ball. They can beat you with the quarterback running the ball. So you have to really be sound in all areas.
How about offensively against that defense, as you mentioned, the fact that your quarterback has to be patient, but at the same time, you got to figure out ways to generate yardage against a ferocious D.
There's no doubt about it. First and foremost, we got to continue to take care of the football because they are opportunistic at getting the ball and taking it away and scoring points defensively too. And then we got to protect the quarterback because they do a great job of getting after the quarterback and sacking them. And our protection has to do a great job of identifying the fronts and the looks and picking up the pressures as they come.
It's Military Appreciation Day. What does that mean to you, Coach?
You know, it's an opportunity for us as a program, as an institution to give back and show appreciation. The people that work so hard to give us the freedoms that we have, and can't thank them enough, and hopefully we can go out and put on a good show for them. 3:30,
BTN, Rutgers, Michigan, here on campus. Coach, good luck to you.
Yeah, thank you, Bruce.
That's it for this edition of Our Football with Chris Ash. We'll see you next week.